Hey, there you are again. Come on in. Well, I'm about to start another chunk. Another turning. I've got this old thing. It's been hanging around for a long time. I have a feeling it's maple that I got from the defunct tree trimming company. A couple years old. It's really nasty looking. This side's not so bad. This side is really bad. So stick around and we'll see what happens. Okay, what I showed you earlier, I now have reduced to a fairly round blank. It's 4 3/8. Up and down and across it's 7.5. It started out at 9 by 8. So it's round, and I did it between centers using the carbide tools. You can tell at this point it's maple, a lot of spalting, pretty soft spalt. There's some cracks that I don't know. They don't appear to be going down. Cracks at this end. Here's a crack that's about 1 centimeter long. And over here, that crack may be, no, it's not a crack. It's a spalt line. This crack maybe 1 centimeter, 4 millimeters. This might be a crack. No, it's a spalt line. Here's a crack internal, and it jogs over to here. Here's a definite crack. That's a good 1.25 inches long. So I don't know what the cracks are going to do. And neither do I know what the spalt's going to do from this face, so it might end up being a ring. So that's what I'm facing. Okay, let me true it up some more, cut it with an actual gouge of some sort, and that ought to get it smooth enough here and here where I can tell what I'm going to do next. The next decision is how much spalt is there really. So that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. Obviously, got it mounted on the faceplate now, not between centers. That's 1200 RPM. Those are hot chips. And remember, this is a spindle turning configuration. The grain's running down the center of the log. What do you think? More cutting? Okay. I don't know if you can see the dust, but it's really dry and it's really dusty. And as usual, I can't do a straight line with a gouge yet. The other part is it wobbles a lot because it's hard and it's soft, hard and soft. Anyway, that's what it is. Keep up the good work, he says. See you later. What do we got here? And some little experimenting here. I don't know. It's not at all finishing. But we'll see tomorrow. That's enough for today. Let's see what we've got here. This is the outside. I want to zoom up to let you know what I'm facing. Well, because I'm about done with this and ready to go to sanding. There's a crack here. It's only about an eighth of an inch in, a quarter of an inch in. I'm going to try to leave the sawdust in. It might fill this, it might not. The shellac will soak into it. It'll be a crude filler. It's rustic. It's not sophisticated. So that's what I'm going after. So stick with me and you'll see it later. Bye. Well, it's changed a little bit. Wasn't happy with the shape. It just wasn't right. It's still not right. So I decided I'd try some beadwork here. You can see it. It's not perfect, but it's just not helping too much. There's still little bits of tear out in the facing grain. I've been using a lot of tools, mostly the skew here. So I'm going to cut a little bit, finish it here, and let's see what happens. Stay tuned. I think it's lumpy like that because when I sanded this, it had dips and valleys or whatever. And I don't think my skew is big enough. But I'll work on it. Guess what? Time for the insides. So let's see what we got here. Time for the tool rest to go, the tailstock to go. Gonna have a little fun doing it. Done. Big soft spot. It's probably a crack. Yeah, it's that crack. Yeah, that's not good. Let me show you what I've done so far. I epoxied a 50-50 mix of epoxy and acetone and coated the inside walls. This whole surface was really torn out, and I've gone at it with this negative rake scraper, small 1/2 inch negative rake scraper, and it's coming off pretty good. I'm getting powder off the scraper, but that's okay. Anyway, the reason I did this, remember, was because of the big split. Well, there it is right there. Right, you really can't see it. Right along here, in line with this cutout, this divot, right there. On the outside, where you can't see it, it's glued up. It was rattling, you know, and it was coming apart. So now that I applied the epoxy, I don't think it's going to fly apart on me. I'm going to keep an eye on it. but it is what it is. So that's just a little update. Where'd I put the remote? Bye-bye. Another update. I put some more dilute epoxy on the inside. But the funniest thing, well, not funny, haha, funny like, oh my god. Well, it did its job, but it also made the wood swell. So this crack that I was just showing you opened up maybe 3 millimeters all the way, well, pretty much down just below this surface. And there was another one over on the opposite side. I think this was it. It opened up about 1 millimeter. So like the whole bowl just sort of went like this. And with 2 cracks. So that had been more like this. Yeah, whatever. You get the point. It just opened up. So as the epoxy dried, it slowly came down. So I think by now I can't see light through it. Either of them. But I'm turning. And it seems to be stable. I'm standing well out of the way here at the end. So if it does decide to fly away, I'll be out of the way. Still recording? It's going to take forever.